Hello everyone, I'm the Honage Knight, and welcome back to Dave's STDIDER, a Pokemon trainer. Now, I apologize for being gone so long. Good weather decided to stop by and ruin life as I know it, and by that I mean, you know, I went outside for once, and it was actually kind of cool until the sun came out. I barely survived that trek into the outer net, but I digress. Let us continue with this Pulitzer Prize version. It's amazing, okay? This story is... This Pulitzer Prize material is absolute gold. Alright. Chapter 5. The Mystery of Fuji. After what seemed like years of waking, our tree heroes arrived at the Lavender Town. Bro, this is cool, Will said. We don't see ghosts. Nah, Turpei said. They're only in the Pokemon Tower and we don't have to go there, so we're God. Yeah, let's get out of here quick so we can got to the Verdemillion City and get a badge, Dave replied. Now, quick little thing. You can't go to Lavender Town in the game, I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the comments. But I don't believe that you can go to Vermilion City until... I don't believe you can go to Lavender Town until you've been to Vermilion City at least once. If not, you have to, like, do some other prerequisite stuff. Anyway, yeah, and get a badge, Dave replied. They went to the route to the Vermilion when Grissom from CSI stopped them and said, "Stop, we're investigating the disappearance of Mr. Fuji." Will he stopped them? Who is Mr. Fuji? Dave asked. Mr. Fuji is the town's mayor, and no, he's not. And he vanished yesterday when he was visiting the Pokemon Tower. Oh no, Terezi said. Not the Pokemon Tower, because there's ghosts there. Yes, Grissom said. That's why we cannot climb it and find it. You must do it because you are trainers. Hold up. So, this CIA agent, as I understand it, Grissom, he just commissioned these young children, accompanied, of course, by Will What's-His-Face. You know, that guy. Pirates of the Caribbean. Anyway, just commissioned those people to go into this dangerous ghost tower where the old man, presented in the story as the mayor of Lavender Town, disappeared. Keep in mind that this is the Central Intelligence Agency, who, you know, really huge spy agency, and they can't like go over to Saffron City and get a Silph-Scope and come back with all the ghost killing technology that they need. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters, obviously, or the CIA, because according to American Dad, they have ghost stuff. I don't know. I've only seen American Dad like twice, and it involved ghosts once. Anyway, he's rigged, Dave said. We are trainers. We must find him before he dies, or worse, he gets killed by ghosts. So you have two options here. Either you die or you get killed by ghosts. And apparently, dying to ghosts is just so gruesome that it's considered the worst thing possible. Also, I didn't point this out earlier, but I'd just like to touch on the fact that everyone who's successful in this world is a Pokemon trainer, except the CIA. The CIA, apparently, they're not associated with Pokemon in any way. Okay, Groundoon and I can fnid him. You guys stay here with Grissom. No, Teriyaki and Will said. We must go with you because we are your friends. Pokemon logic here, ladies and gentlemen, which I can't really fault the story for. Dave nodded, and they went to the tower. Inside, it was super dark and scary, and it made Terezi cry because it was dark and scary. Another thing, Terezi is blind, as in she cannot see things. Like literally, she is clinically blind. So yeah. So she would not be able to see the dark and scary. Dave said Groundoon Flash and Groundoon Flash, but it didn't do anything. It must be the hosts. Dongus, Dave said. I hat ghosts, Tarpezi remarked. Suddenly Will tripped and fell through a trapdoor. The trapdoors that are definitely in the Lavender Tower, don't look that up because it'll ruin the imagination experience. Dave, Adden, Tarperi didn't notice the dog because they were too busy waking. But their friend just disappeared, and also he probably made a scream when he fell, unless he's mute, which the story doesn't lead us to believe that. Will got up, Adden, right there, right before him was some ghosts. They were wearing sheets, and they seoned boo. One ghost, okay, that's actually ghost. One ghost warped behind them, Will, and tired him up. Ha ha ha, the ghost said. Now you will never find your fiends. Ha ha ha. Will screamed, but no one heard him because they were in a basement which was soundproof. Okay, I just want to point out that I'm recording this in a basement at this time. This basement is very not soundproof, and anyone who's ever seen any of my videos can attest to the fact that they can hear everything going on. Like, they can hear my cat in the background or whatever. My cat's not here right now. Crap, where was I? Okay. Will scream, but no one heard it. Okay. That was chapter 5. Let's take a little breather. Now, chapter 6. Scubby-Dubby Dave. Scubby-Dubby Dave! What the heck? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. Davia and Terezi, ooh, they spelled that right that time. Davia and Terezi were climbing the tower stars when Dave looked behind him and asked, "Hey, where is Will Turner?" "I do not know," Terrico said. "Maybe we should look for him." So they went down the stair and back to the bottom floor and looked for Will. Terezi was looking on this floor with her magnifying glass, which she has because she is a detective in this sultry universe. Okay, wasn't she a gym leader previously? And second off, she's blind! Blind, according to everyone ever except this author apparently, means that you cannot see things. Anything. Heck, her main thing in the comics is, first off, blind justice. Second off, the fact that her cane, her blind walking cane, that because of she's blind, is also a sword, and she kills everything with it. Well, not everything. Anyway, she noticed the outline of a tarp door on the floor, and she was like, "Dave, I know where Will Winnett. He must have fell down here into the trap door," she said, while not icing the trap door. Oh, the trap door now, I see. Meanwhile, Will was still tied to the choir, but the ghost left down a tunnel, leaving Will all alone. Aw, those ghosts are jerks. "I've got to get out of her," Will said. Then he noticed that he had his sword. Will cut the ropes and ran for the door that the ghost went through. "No, it's coked," Will said as he pulped on the locked door, the locked Ganondorf, I assume. Just then, Dave and Terezi opened the trapdoor and saw Will. "Will, we missed you for all the 4 minutes that you were gone," Dave said. "I missed you guys too," Will replied. "Did you see any hosts?" Teriyaki asked. "Yes, they kidnapped me," Will screamed. They heard him because they were all in the basement, so they could hear it. The soundproof basement, in the soundproof basement, the soundproof basement without any sound that they can hear things in now. "I think it's time we catch those ghosts," Dave yelled. So they set up a tarp using some money and a net over it. Yes, because the ghosts are going to be so interested in money, especially the kind from Kingdom Hearts, MUNNY. They were hopping to catch the ghosts because ghosts love monet. Do they now? I love if you provide some like if you're gonna use something and claim it's like a trope or something, like use evidence for that. Anyway, okay, the ghosts came back, and one ghost said, "Oh hey, some money," and went to get the money. The other ghost said, "No, it's a tarp. It's actually money." But it was too late, and they were caught. "I think it's time we find out who those ghosts really are, Dave." He pulled of their sheets, and the ghosts were Team Bad. "I knew it," Dave said. "Why didn't they..." Okay, if it's really, Jack Jack Noir and Carcat, then why didn't they, you know, hear their voices and say, like, this is the same thing I have with, this is the same problem I have with Team Rocket and all those disguises in the Pokemon anime show thing. So, Team Bad disguised themselves as ghosts. And also, ghosts love money? When was that a thing that was established? And also, I just want to point out that it wasn't just Team Bad. Lavender Tower was actually haunted by actual ghosts. I knew it, Dave said. Only Jack and Carlcat would be bad enough to do this. What about the ghosts that actually haunt Lavender Tower? Now where is Mr. Fuji? Jack yelled. I don't know who that is. And him and Catfack ran away. My favorite character from Homestuck, Catfack, just behind Kit Kat and Carpart and Cat Carp, Dave Scope. If those guys didn't take Mr. Fuji, where is he? Right here, Grissom yelled out. I was really Mr. Fuji all along. I wanted you guys to get rid of Team Bad, so I said I was kidnapped. Also, I only look like Grissom because I had plastic surgery. Oh good, Dave said, and him and his friends left. He's still, several years later, he's emotionally dead from this experience with this Grissom fellow, or Grisok, or Leok from The Legend of Zelda. Now they can go to Vertimillion. Will they get their next Badger? Okay, first off, why did you name this Scrubby Dubby Dave? And second off, this whole twist with Mr. Fuji and Grissom, there's no reason for it at all. Because Mr. Fuji was actually kidnapped in Pokemon. They could have just said, like, they've been sticking to the plot. No, they haven't. But there's been, like, vague hints to the plot of Pokemon going on throughout this. And here is where they just managed to get everything and his grandfather, that grandfather being Mr. Fuji, wrong. Also, I love how they retcon the whole Mr. Fuji Grissom thing with plastic surgery. Also, Mr. Fuji couldn't have said, "Hey, you know that team who's been following you and like thwarting all of your plans to get the badges this entire trip? Well, they're in the basement of that thing and they're derping around with sheets." I don't think he needed to lie to them at all. So yeah. Next week, or whenever I make a next video, we have Chapter 7, which is Dave Rocks Out, except he raps instead, which definitely sounds like something on the Homestuck OST. Anyway, I really hope you are enjoying this train wreck. I sure as hell am not. If you would like to, no pressure here, like this video, comment on it, tell me what you think, and just subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I have a couple other things going on in the future that at this time I'm not at liberty to tell about. But again, no pressure with that, just do it if you want to. Also, share this video with your friends and see if they like it. Other than that, I'll see you whenever the weather gets really bad again and I'm forced to come inside from all of my sitting outside instead of inside. But other than that, I have nothing to say, so adieu. I feel like I pronounced that wrong. Just bye.